Welcome to Home Care This Week on your hometown station, KHTS. Is there a parent or other senior in your family you're looking out for? Could you use up-to-the-minute information about some of the educational and entertaining local events, classes, and seminars that are coming up this week right here in our area? Well, that's what this show is all about. I'm Rick Ferrante from Home Care Services, and here's what's going on in and around Santa Clarita Valley this week. Tomorrow, Thursday the 7th, at Atria Senior Living, it's Diabetes and Bone Issues with Dr. Hassan at 3 o'clock. Please join them for an educational event and learn about diabetes and bone issues. Dr. Hassan has a practice in adult endocrine and specializes in diabetes, thyroid, and various hormone conditions. And I had a chance to talk with Jason Govier over at Atria, and he told me that he and the staff are really excited about this event. It was not easy to get Dr. Hassan scheduled, so take advantage of this presentation. It's free, it's open to the public. Atria is an assisted living community over in Newhall on Lyons Avenue, so go check that out. Up next is Up for Discussion, the Santa Clarita Library Readers Group. This is a book club, and that's at 7 p.m. To 8 p.m. in the Valencia Library in the VA meeting room. Up for Discussion, the Santa Clarita Library Group is a free book club for those 18 years and older, and especially seniors. This month's book selection, The Storied Life of A.J. Thickrey by Gabriel Zevin. That's on Thursday the 7th. On Friday the 8th, at the Community Education Center of Henry Mayo Fitness and Health on Town Center Drive, it's Nutrition and Inflammation at 10 a.m. through 11:30. Everyone experiences inflammation at one time or another, and we actually need it to survive. But chronic inflammation is a sign that something has gone seriously awry with our health. Many foods in the typical Western diet set the stage for inflammation. It worsens aches and pains and increases the long-term risk of life-threatening diseases. In this class, you will learn what is inflammation syndrome, dietary causes of inflammation, correcting a diet that is out of balance, steps to fight that inflammation syndrome, good fats that rev up your body's natural inflammatories, the benefit of supplements. This is all presented by Kim Brown, who's a registered nurse over there at the center, and she will be providing healthy snacks as well. I also wanted to point out at the Community Education Center there is a very comprehensive and important program that will be available coming up in this spring. They already have one of these programs going on now, but it's too late for that one. So this is what we're going to be promoting here for this spring because it's really a good program. It is the Diabetes Prevention Program. And this is proven to help prevent prediabetes from turning into type 2 diabetes. It's a CDC curriculum that is 1 year long. So it takes a while. It's a very intense at the first half of the year, and then it kind of tapers off, but it is very comprehensive, very powerful program at a minimal cost. I want to say $50, $75. Give them a call. Check it out. The next cohort will start in May 2018. The next class. So, but they get signed up because get signed up now because space is limited. So contact them at 661-200-2300 for details and to RSVP. There is a wide variety of classes and workshops over there at the Community Education Center. If you don't know where it is, it's right there in Health and Fitness, and if you turn right, you see the door, it says Community Education Center. It's kind of a hidden gem here in Santa Clarita. I had a chance to talk with Will Bosley, who is the director there, about this great Santa Clarita resource.
Also teach a class on heart disease, and heart disease, that's kind of a blanket term for like rhythm problems, cardiovascular disease with atherosclerosis, which is plaque in the arteries, has to do with congenital heart defects as well. So it's kind of a general class on talks about just heart disease in general. And we go over the various types of heart disease. We go over how to prevent heart disease, how to prevent those various types of heart disease, and how they're diagnosed and treatment as well.
Take advantage of this resource, Santa Clarita, especially those with a senior they're caring for. You want to get all the help and information you can about those challenges. The Community Education Center is a great place to do just that. All right, again, also on Friday the 8th, coming up here at the Senior Center, it's Zumba Gold Chair. This is at 3:30 to 4:15 in the dining room. The Zumba Gold Chair exercise program uses zesty Latin music like cha-cha and salsa and some familiar favorites, but modifies the dance moves to allow participants to be seated while exercising. So really good with those with some limited mobility, and seniors often have that but still need to be able to get around and get some movement going. So check out this class. It's taught by Diane Hedrick, and she's a certified fitness instructor. Just follow her lead, move your body, have fun, and feel great. And for this coming weekend, on Saturday, December 9th, the Babe Book Club. Check that out, Babe Book Club. Our local art libraries offer several options for book clubs, and it's a great way for cognitive stimulation. It's the challenge that many seniors have, that they're not stimulated in a way that uses their brain. And a book club is a great way to do that, and especially for those who enjoy reading. This one, again, is on Saturday the 9th. It's at 10:30 a.m. at the Old Town New Hall Library in the Heritage Room. Join them for a discussion of this month's selection, which is Winter Garden by Kristen Hanna. The Babe Book Club, that's Books and Better Education Book Club, meets the second Saturday morning of every month. It's free to join. So, and then please see the help desk to see if this month's book selection is available for checkout. Book clubs offer opportunities for socializing and meeting new people from all walks of life who share your love of reading. Next is a really interesting one. It's called the Fort Tejon Historical Talk, and this is going to be at Old Town New Hall Library at 2 p.m. The Santa Clarita Valley Historical Society will be hosting Karina Dunbar, president of the Fort Tejon Historical Association, who will give a talk on the history of Fort Tejon, an old Army fort located just north of the Santa Clarita Valley. The talk will be given at 2 p.m. Saturday, December 9th at the Old Town New Hall Library. Does that sound really interesting? That sounds interesting to me. I want to, all this local history. And it's interesting, this talk is presented by the Santa Clarita Historical Society, and did you even know that we had a historical society, that it even existed? I think we might want to take a second. Let's learn a little bit more about them.
Santa Clarita Valley Historical Society is a nonprofit 501c3 volunteer organization dedicated to preserving the heritage of the Santa Clarita Valley, headquartered at Heritage Junction, 24101 Newhall Avenue, Newhall, inside William S. Hart Regional Park. Founded in 1975 as a nonprofit corporation to stimulate public interest in the history of the Santa Clarita Valley and surrounding areas, it works to collect and preserve the stories and artifacts which relate to local history and to provide educational services to the community. With the increasing destruction of local historic sites, the Society realized that it must rescue, restore, and conserve those important or representative structures within the community, or they would be lost forever. The Society's first big acquisition was the Saugus train station, which Southern Pacific deeded to them in 1980. Monies were raised through a variety of community functions, and the station was moved from the original site and restored to its original condition. It has since served as the headquarters for the Society and as a museum of local history. In 1982, the Society was given Mogul Steam Engine 1629, located at Melody Ranch by Gene Autry. 1629 now sits on a siding alongside the Saugus station. A group of Society members who are also railroad enthusiasts are currently working on its restoration to full steam operation. Mitchell Schoolhouse Adobe, the second oldest school in Los Angeles County, is on the property, and 6 other buildings have since been moved to Heritage Junction. All are in various stages of restoration. Each is a project manager, and people interested in learning about restoration and working on the structures are always welcome to contact them. The Society maintains a museum of local history, provides guest speakers for clubs and school groups, gives tours of its Heritage Junction Historic Park, and holds public meetings monthly with a speaker of general historic interest. The museum is open from 1 to 4 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday. Exhibits include memorabilia from downtown Newhall's heyday, the pioneer oil and mining industries, the railroad and discovery of gold in Placerita Canyon. The fledgling movie industry is also celebrated with items from early cowboy and silent movie stars on display. Docents are available to answer questions about the museum, the junction, and local points of historical interest.
Sounds like a great organization, keeping Santa Clarita history alive. Okay, moving on with one more event on Saturday, December 9th. Songs of Celebration at the College of the Canyons at 7 p.m. This is the Santa Clarita Master Chorale. It is called the Magnificent Mary Celebration of the Angel's News that she will give birth to Jesus. From the imagination of present-day composers and beloved ones from the past, come listen to how this joyous scripture has been celebrated through the ages. Plus, with roasting chestnuts and bedecked halls, a carol from Coventry, and carols by candlelight, the Master Chorale and our youth choirs will rest you merry gentlemen and ladies alike. Check that out. Next, on Monday, December 11th, at the Community Education Center again, over at Henry Mayo Fitness and Health on Town Center Drive, it's Diabetes Class Part 1. There's two of these. This is the Part 1 class. It's 9 a.m. It's on the road to managing your diabetes, the basics. This class will cover many of the basic concepts one needs to know about diabetes and managing diabetes. You'll learn the definition of, as well as common myths and facts about diabetes. Participants will learn how to incorporate nutritional management, physical activities into their lifestyle. So that's class 1. The second class is called Monitoring Your Blood Glucose. So the first one is the second Monday of the month, and that's coming up on the 11th, 9 a.m. to 11. There's a second two-parter. The second one is the second Thursday of the month, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. That second one, the Monitoring Your Blood Glucose, will define blood glucose and insulin and its effects on blood glucose. You'll be able to identify and recommend blood glucose targets, as well as work on personal targets. Strategies for dealing with challenging situations when monitoring blood glucose levels will be explored. Get some details on this so that you can kind of figure this out, because it is a two-part class. Call them up 661-200-2300. Next, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., that's the same evening, which is Monday the 11th. It's going to be at the same center, Practice Mindfulness. Mindfulness is the awareness and acceptance of your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations and environment in the present moment. Mindfulness can promote overall health and well-being, maximizing your everyday life, including the improvement of stress, anxiety, depression, sleep disturbance, chronic pain and disease, eating habits, focus and productivity, self-esteem, and relationships. Through a guided mindfulness meditation practice and brief discussion, we will explore various mindful practices that can be applied to your day-to-day life. And also what's cool is chairs and supported mats, blankets, and cushions all provided. If you have a preference, you may bring your own stuff too, your own cushion and mat. On Tuesday, December 12th now, nothing to do? Come to the library and make something. Craft It for Adults is what it's called. That's at 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock at the Canyon Country Library in the CC Meeting Room. Easy do-it-yourself crafts for adults are a fun way to relieve stress and rediscover your creative spark. Supplies are provided for you, and the craft for that day, that's again on Tuesday the 12th, will be watercolors. Next up, same day at the Community Education Center at Henry Mayo Fitness and Health, there'll be another free class. These classes over there at Community Education, with the exception of the pre-diabetes year-long one, all the others are free classes. Go check these out. This one is Heart Disease and Education, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Heart disease is the #1 cause of death in the United States. In this class, you will learn what heart disease is, symptoms of it, basic function of the heart, how the valves of the heart work, what happens when your heart beats, basic understanding of the heart's electrical system, causes of cardiovascular disease, heart arrhythmias, heart infections, and valve disease. Risk factors for heart disease and complications of it. And then advice on preparing for doctor's appointments. That's interesting. Advice on preparing before you go into a doctor's appointment. Tests and diagnosing heart disease. Treatments, lifestyle changes, and more. A lot of stuff to cover in an hour. They do a great job over there. Go check out that class. On Wednesday, December 13th, over at the Old Town Newhall Library, they have something called Digital Drop-In. This is for those who want to learn and have electronic devices or digital devices and don't know really how to use them. It's from 3 to 5 at the Old Town Newhall Library in their literacy room. It says, need help with an e-reader or other digital device? You can drop in for 20 minutes of one-on-one help located right there in that literacy room. That's pretty cool. So you go in and say, I don't know how to use this thing. I'm not sure. And for seniors and others, these digital devices can be a real open window to the rest of the world, given a lot of the mobility and medical issues. So not knowing how to use them, you don't have that resource. But this is a great way to just drop in and on one-on-one help, free, to help figure all that out. Great resource. Also on Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 11, again at the Community Education Center. They got so much stuff. This is heart disease, but it's the Heart Disease Support Group. They will help people cope with heart disease by providing support and education. So these are those with heart disease. Topics to be covered will include heart disease defined, causes of heart disease, symptoms of heart disease, how heart disease is diagnosed, how heart disease affects your life, stress and heart disease, staying well longer and staying out of the hospital, medication management, proper diet and exercise, the bad days where you have anxiety and depression associated with heart disease, access to healthcare professionals between doctor appointments. There's a lot of information there. Again, it's jam-packed with some really good stuff, a free class. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of all those classes and all the things that we've got going on in our valley, all these resources. That's what this show's about. And that's it for this week. If you've missed any of the information that I've just gone through, just go to our Facebook page at Home Care Services Santa Clarita, and please like us while you are there. If you have events or information you would like us to include next week, please send us a message or contact Home Care Services at 1-800-808-4777. You can also visit our website at homecaresantaclarita.com. So please join us again every Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. for Home Care This Week on your hometown station, KHTS, as we bring you the best of what's going on in Santa Clarita.